Let me tell you something most men never figure out. The most powerful thing you can say to a woman isn't loud, clever, or needy. It's calm. It's grounded. It doesn't chase. It draws. Because when a man speaks from stillness, from inner calm, he doesn't need approval. And that's what creates attraction. In today's video, I'll show you 3 simple Stoic phrases that instantly shift a woman's attention. Phrases that reflect masculine power, emotional control, and sharp awareness. These aren't lines to manipulate. They're ways to speak that reflect who you are when you're unshaken. Let's begin. Part 1. The power of words in Stoicism. The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, they weren't pick-up artists. They were warriors of the mind. They believed that calm speech, rooted in reason and values, could carry more influence than shouting or showing off. They taught, if you wish to be loved, love virtue. So when you speak with clarity, with intention, not to impress, but to reflect truth, you stand out. Why? Because most men today talk to be liked. But the Stoic man? He speaks when needed. He listens when others ramble. And when he speaks, every word lands. That's why today's 3 phrases don't try to attract. They reveal the kind of man who already knows his worth. Part 2. Phrase 1. There's something real about you. I noticed it. Let's say a woman opens up about something. A belief, a passion, a story from her childhood. Most men would compliment her looks or try to relate it back to themselves. But a Stoic man pauses, listens, breathes, then says calmly, there's something real about you. I noticed it. Why it works? This phrase acknowledges depth, not surface. It tells her, I see beyond the act. That recognition activates something primal, because very few men notice the essence of a woman. How to say it. No excitement, no performance. Just eye contact and a steady tone. Let her process it. Then shift the conversation like it's normal. She'll remember how you made her feel. Seen. Part 3. Phrase 2. I respect women who know where they're going. Most men validate everything a woman says, laughing too hard, agreeing too fast. But a Stoic man offers selective respect. When she speaks with conviction, purpose, clarity, he says, I respect women who know where they're going. Why it works? It flips the script. Suddenly, she is being evaluated. You're not saying, I want you. You're saying, I admire that quality, that direction, that self-awareness. You've just become a standard, one she subconsciously wants to reach. How to say it? Let her talk about her goals, her values, then say it as a quiet acknowledgement, not loud, not intense. Let it land in the silence. Part 4, phrase 3. That's what makes you rare. Use this one carefully. It's not for every woman, but when someone shows vulnerability, depth, or a rare perspective, you reflect it back. You say, that's what makes you rare. Why it works? Rarity is magnetic. When you say this, you make her pause. She thinks, wait, what did he see? And that curiosity pulls her closer. Not because you're trying, but because you're aware. How to say it? After a deep moment, no rush, low voice, zero validation in your eyes, just honesty. Then change the topic. That's the key. Don't dwell. Make her sit with that statement when you're no longer speaking. Part 5. Why these work. Stoic masculine energy. Now let's be clear. These aren't pickup lines. They work because of who you become when you live with Stoic values. A man who doesn't flinch. A man who speaks slowly. A man who doesn't chase, but lets his presence speak. Women are intuitive. They don't just listen to what you say. They feel what you stand on. And when you speak with emotional clarity, with masculine stillness, they don't just hear you, they lean in. That's attraction without effort, not seduction, but gravity. Final message. So let me ask you, next time you speak to a woman, will you fill the space with noise? Or will you let your calm presence do the work? These phrases aren't magic. They're mirrors. They reflect your inner state, your clarity, your power, your peace. And if you're building that, brick by brick, moment by moment, then these words will land with power, because they won't be tricks. They'll be truth. Subscribe if you're building that kind of presence. Because here, we don't chase, we become.